Okay. Welcome to the Cold Hard Facts Podcast. I am DNA, the one and only. Of course, back again once again. And I got a very special guest with me today, AfterDawn.
You know it, the one and only lover girl. You already know.
Yeah. So, I got a lot of questions to ask you.
Man, hit me with them.
It seemed like you real comfortable in your space and in your sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you basically got your own lane, but so I want to first ask you, where did the AfterDawn name come from?
Man, alright, so when I first dropped, I actually debuted under my name. We ain't gonna tell y'all my real name because people don't call me my real name for real, but I don't know, I had dropped Rather Be under my real name, and I was like, that just don't fit, like, I don't know. So I had been brainstorming actually for a couple of years, and I like just joking around, like if I ever did music, I name myself AfterDawn. And everybody's like, well, what that mean? And I'm like, man, y'all don't even know, like my mama was a singer. Her name is Dawn. You know, so she passed away when I was younger. So the fact that I grew up doing majority of the stuff that she did, I felt like it was fitting to name myself AfterDawn, because obviously what she couldn't do, I'm doing. Right. And you know, I'm that one that's following up under her for real. So hey, I'm AfterDawn. Like I'm come to show y'all what she couldn't show nobody. So for sure, that's where that came from. For sure. Like I'm a legend a little bit.
Right. Exactly. Talk your shit.
You know.
So let's talk about how you even started singing. Like, what was who was your influence besides your mother, of course, and everything?
Yeah. Well, of course, like you said, my mama, my daddy too. He's a singer too. My grandfather is a DJ. Well, was a DJ. So I grew up around a lot of music for a long time. One of my first jobs was actually a DJ's assistant for my grandfather. So I used to be down there with him, fixing up tracks and fixing up CDs and DJ sets and all kinds of stuff. So that's where I get a lot of my, like people say I got a really old soul. I'm not that old, but I listen to the older stuff for real. And people be like, how old is you? And I be like, well, I'm young. They like, you ain't playing music like it. It's just because I grew up around that. So everything you think you would hear, like at a Stepper's joint, that's pretty much the stuff I was growing up listening to. So my grandfather, he was definitely one of my biggest inspirations for sure. Right. Next to my mama when it comes to music.
Right. So I'm guessing since your grandfather was a DJ, like you was really like hip to everything that they had going on for real. You really wasn't messing with the younger crowd music at all. So,
like that's low key me now. Like, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with rap. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a couple of artists here and there. I got a couple of songs here and there, but like I'm really just a neo soul or R&B type of person. And people be like thrown off, like they get in the car with me. And I'll start playing some music and they'll look at me like, the fuck are you playing? I'm like, bro, you don't even know this the music. Don't let the looks fool you. Like people think I'm a rapper. I'm not a rapper. That's just how I dress. Like don't let the looks fool you, because I'm really old at heart for real.
For sure. And I'm just like, so now you paint me a picture of who they was really listening to. Like, was it Isley Brothers, R. Kelly?
You know that, Isley Brothers, Anita Baker, who the Whispers. God, there's so many people I can name right now, bro. I can't even give them to you for real. There's so many people, but like all the old bands, the male bands and stuff, all of them. Man, Jill Scott's. Definitely want to keep going back to the Anita Bakers and the Aretha Franklin, Tina Marie. Like that kind of, yeah. So you see, I'm digging deep. Like I could really go further than that for real, cause I was around the real music for real.
So tell me about how like I can see that it has a big influence on you. So that's why you would do like a song like Rather Be. that's like a flip of some old school,
Yep.
but you put your own flavor on it.
Yep.
Like, I'm talking about the AfterDawn EP people. So, like,
I don't know.
talk to me about how you made that project AfterDawn, the EP.
Honestly, it really all started with Rather Be. I sat down one day and I was like, man, I've been saying for years, like, I gotta do something with music, because I like to say I'm like very musically inclined. Like, I got that ear for real. So I've been growing up a lot, like, thinking like, if these other jobs and shit don't work out, I gotta have to do something with music. Like, it gotta be something, because there's no way I'm this talented when it come to listening to music and not just singing and stuff like that. Like, I'll sit down and I'll put together a whole, like, they should make an EP together, or they should do a song together, like that kind of thing. Like, I really be in it for real, like music for real in my life. So I really just sat down one day and I'm like, I want to say actually I might have lost my job, one of my jobs around that time when I recorded Rather Be. And I was going through a lot of shit, even with like relationships and all that. And that's actually a love song based off of one of my relationships. Like, a lot of people don't know that, but that's really what sparked the whole song too. And I was like, I knew this engineer. Everybody had been telling me stop playing games, and I was like, I got nothing but time on my hands now. So I went up in that thing and I recorded it. And at first I was like, it's kind of hard, but it ain't giving me, like, and it took 3 hours to record the first version. So I was in there for 3 hours recording it, and I went home and I listened to it damn near the whole night. Woke up the next day, listened to that shit the whole day, and I'm like, I don't like it. Called him back up, like, I gotta come back. He like, you sure? I'm like, yeah. He like, it's hot. I'm like, yeah, it's hot, but it ain't me. So I gotta do something. Went back in that thing, 3 more hours. That song took a total of 6 hours to fucking record. Went back in there and I played that shit back, and I was like, damn. I knew I was capable of doing it, but to actually sit down and do it and then listen to it, and then you listening to exactly what you heard in your head the first time, that shit got me so excited. I'm not gonna lie. I was so fucking excited. I was ready to drop that shit the minute I recorded it. I think I might have dropped it like a week or two after I dropped it, and that shit blew up. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, no way. I ain't never dropped a song before. I never professionally wrote a song before, anything like that. I'm just used to doing choirs and stuff, and I'm like, I dropped one song, don't nobody know my name. Don't nobody know me. Nobody knew I sang for real. And that shit took off. Right. And I was like, damn, bro. Shit, I might have just found my calling for real. So after that, went back in there, recorded the rest of them songs. It took me maybe like a total of 3-4 months to record the whole EP. Right. And it's just because I was after Rather Be, I was on fire. Like, I couldn't slow down at that point. Like, I was hyped. I'm like, bro, I gotta go. I gotta keep the momentum high, because I'm there and people loving that shit. So yeah, that shit, I don't know. I felt like that was the perfect way to debut me. It was the perfect way to debut my new name, obviously, because it's self-entitled. And then just debut the person my mama created. The person I've been hiding for so long, cause I could have been doing this on some real shit. Like, I could have been spent some money on it. I could have been spent the time on it. It's just I was being so closed off and not really believing in myself too much. And all it took was for me to lose a job and be heartbroken to realize I had a talent for real. And I was like, damn, I gotta stay with it. I gotta stick with it.
Right. So about the do basically 6 hours. It took you 6 hours to create Rather Be. How did you, like, was it the writing of it, or you just freestyled it, or what was the process of really, like, taking your time and doing it?
As far as the writing, that took no time. I'm not gonna lie. And that's really just kind of how I am, period. A lot of the songs I write, they be like that. Like, if I hear a beat and I like it, and I could at least come up with like a little bit of a melody, it'll take me like the quickest time I ever wrote a song was in like 30 minutes. And that would slow down. and that blew up too. So it really don't take me no time to really write it. So it wasn't the writing about it for me. It was just the way I had a hard time putting my thoughts into what I wanted it to sound like for real. Like, I was stuck in my head about whether or not it sounded good the first time.
Right.
So I started doubting myself again. And I was like, okay, well, instead of doubting myself and being discouraged, why don't I doubt myself and figure out how to make it better? And then I just went in there like, man, maybe I just got to compose it better. Maybe I got to stretch my voice a little more. Maybe I got to, because that was the thing too. A lot of the times, like in that album, my first album versus my second album, you could hear a big difference in my voice. And that's because in the second album, I started taking a lot more chances with my voice. Like, I was playing it safe a lot. Because I knew I could sing, but I was used to being masked by everybody else. But now when you record and then you drop the music for yourself, it's just you. So that shit was kind of had me on edge a little bit, because I'm like, I know I could sing, but I ain't like Beyonce and nothing like that. Like, I ain't one of the legends, like the Aretha's and all that, but I could do something. So I was playing with myself a little bit at first. But the writing is never the issue. It's just always the composing for me. Like, I'm real particular with how I like my music to sound, and I'm never gonna ever go record if I already don't hear it in my head. Like, when I go in there, I send him the beat, and he'd be like, "What you trying to do?" I'd be like, "Just run it from beginning to end." And I'll do that bitch. See, I might not do it like 100%, but I'm doing it just to catch the flow, and he'd be like, "Yeah, all right, then let's record." I'm like, "Yeah, I told you, like, I got that shit. I just gotta practice putting it in the song better."
Right.
And that's really all it is for me.
For sure.
Easy peasy, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
It sounds like it. What I was gonna ask you next is like, so you don't need nobody in the studio but the engineer, like.
Pretty much.
That's good. That's good.
And that's really just because that really came off of me just being scared at first. I was used to going to the studio by myself. Now I might take like a person or two, just for like little insight. But I was just used to going by myself anyway, so sometimes I just prefer I feel like I get in a better zone when I'm by myself. Like, I don't have nothing clouding my judgment on the song if I'm by myself. And he does a really good job at, like, sometimes I'll lose my spot when it comes to recording, and it'll frustrate me. And he can hear it in my voice, so he do a really good job at, like, hey, you should probably try this. If that's what you're trying to do, I feel like you're trying to do this, so try this. And then I'll do it, and I'll be like, damn, how you know, bro? Like, how you know? Like, yeah, I see you getting frustrated, but it's good. I got you. I'm like, all right, bet. So me and him really, you know, and a lot of people, I've done other interviews too, and they'll be like, you must know your engineer for real. And I'm like, yeah, why you say that? And they be like, because the way you sound and then the way he put it together, it kind of matches almost too perfectly. Like, that's really my homie for real. Like, like, he know. If I don't know, he know. So that's really all I be needing is just me and him for real.
Okay. I tried to tell you.
Yeah.
Talk about that title and like, was it really like hard to tell somebody something?
Oh, absolutely. It is exactly what it is. It's a list of songs of feelings and things I really wanted to tell people that I felt like I couldn't get out. A lot of the times in past relationships, and not just like relationships, I'm talking like friendships and stuff like that too. A lot of the times I felt unheard, so I always turned to writing in the first place. Before I even started singing, I had a blog, so I was dropping poetry and I was doing stuff like that. So I always had a hard time articulating my feelings, and then not only just the aspect of articulating it, but being understood and not judged for it too. Because I get judged for having, like, being real emotional sometimes, because I'm real intact with my emotional side, and people be like, that's kind of weird because look at how you look and you a stud and you this and you that. And I just be like, bro, that don't really mean nothing, because at the end of the day, I'm still human. Like, I still got feelings. It's just that I'm more intact with my shit, and I'm not going to play about my feelings. So that's just one thing it is about me. And a lot of them songs is like true stories. Like, and when I tell people that shit, they be like, what you mean? I be like, if you actually go and listen to some of them songs, I'm literally putting out like a incident for you, like from beginning to end. Specifically, like one song on that, Heard, that's a true story. Everything I said in that chorus was told to me. Everything that I said in the verses and everything was stuff I wanted to tell the other person. So I'm real good at putting my feelings in music.
Right. Yeah, talk about Her more, because I wanted to actually go to that.
Yeah.
Go to that first, that song in particular first, because like that just became recently a new favorite of mine from you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need to hear that perform. Like, you know, whenever you decide to, I'm gonna need that. Like,
I got you. It's man. Well, I don't know if a lot of people know, but when the song started off, that is a Jasmine Sullivan sample to her song. Damn, I can't even remember what it's called, but in her song, she basically saying she feels like the person isn't capable of loving her the way she's supposed to be loved. Like, you don't really know what love is for real. So when I was going through shit at the time and she dropped that album, that was one of the songs I was stuck on the most. Like, I used to be one of the ones, like, on some real, like, funny shit. Like, how motherfuckers be on TikTok and they be crashing out in the room listening to the song. That was me. So I'm like, well, these motherfuckers got me fucked up. They don't know nothing about love. And I'm like, damn. Motherfuckers don't know nothing about love for real. So I'm listening to the beat. And it kind of fit perfectly with just that part of the song. So I'm like, okay. So you don't know nothing about love. And I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, don't know nothing about love. And I'm like, I'm dealing with somebody right now I feel like don't know what love is. Like, I'm real life going through this shit. So I'm like, okay, I take that one part. And then I had got into it with that person. They said all that shit that's in the hook. I wrote the hook, only the hook. So I had the beginning, which wasn't mine really because it's Jasmine Sullivan's. I just changed it up a little bit. And then I had the hook. And I'm like, damn, G, I really got a song for real. And it's like, I heard what you said. I heard you loud and clear because you keep telling me. So I hear you. But now it's like, let me tell you what I need to say because you're not trying to hear me because you so stuck on what you want me to hear from you. You ain't trying to hear me. So let me go ahead and just put what I'm trying to tell you in the song because I know you probably gonna hear the song, but you're not gonna hear me. And that's the difference.
For sure.
So if I wanted to get to you in any kind of way that wasn't speaking, I knew that was the way to be able to get to a motherfucker for real. I knew they was gonna listen to the song, so I'm like, I know shit is not what it's supposed to be, and obviously shit was ending, but at some point, I'm gonna need you to hear what I had to say, because it's just as important as what you told me. So, all that shit I'm telling you, all that shit is a true story. That song specifically is one of the truer stories
For
in
sure.
that album.
For sure. Okay, let's step away from the music just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
So besides yourself, who is your favorite artist right now that you listening to?
Right now, it's between Alex Isley and Sasha Keeble.
Okay.
Their voices are very, very different, but at the same time, they're very the same as far as like the older neo soul feel and then the roundness of their voice and how strong it is. It make me push myself a lot because I can hear their songs and I know a lot of their songs like word for word, beginning to end. Like you can play any one of their songs, I can guarantee you I know it. And I be singing it and I hear myself like, damn, I might could do that for real. Like, hold on. So they really be inspiring me to take some different steps with the shit I be doing, because the songs I was just recording, that's not out yet, but they've been performed, so they on my page and stuff. Those songs are very different for me. Like voice wise, I wouldn't even really consider them neo soul. Like they make me want to kind of step out of my comfort zone to do something better that I know I'm capable of doing. I'm just scared to do it.
Right.
But them two right there, I'm not gonna lie, by far, them two like my favorites right now.
Right. Dope. That's dope. If you could headline your own tour,
Type shit.
who are you bringing with you? 3 artists.
3 artists?
Yeah, just 3.
Big artists or underground artists?
It's up to you.
Damn. If I could headline. Shit. I ain't gonna lie. If I could get them 2, I'd take them 2 in a heartbeat. And I would say, I don't know if you know October London.
I've heard of them.
I would take him too. I'm not gonna lie, cause he smooth as hell too with the shit he be talking. So I would take them 3 if I was ever lucky enough to do it.
Right.
For sure.
That's dope. Do you want to get signed?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, bro. And it's only because like growing up, you hear so much shiesty shit in the music business, and it's like, is it worth losing my passion for it all for a signature? Because that's all it really is. I'm really just signing over certain rights. Like, is it worth it to not have full creative control just to be signed, when it's artists out here right now that's not signed and making bank just off doing shit independently?
Right.
And like, I'm not saying I got all the answers, but I've been doing pretty damn good by myself right now. So
right.
I don't see why I wouldn't be able to take it any further now. If I was offered something, maybe. But I would really I'm gonna have to sit down and really thoroughly read through it, have somebody else read through it, have 8 people read through it. Like, I'm not playing no games. I'm not trying to lose nothing, because I love music, like, to the core, for real. And it's to the point where I know I can make money from music, but me doing music was never just for the money. It really started off as just something I wanted to do because I loved it. But then the factors do come in when you realize you can do something bigger from it. So I wouldn't mind extending myself to make, more money to do the things that I need to do in life and take care of myself, take care of my family. But it just all depends, because I just refuse to sign my rights over to anything. And I just don't really like the idea of having to answer to nobody.
Absolutely.
If I want to drop something tonight, I want to drop it tonight. Like, I don't want to have to go through the whole asking the people, and then they got to ask people. Like, I don't got time for that shit.
I got you.
So maybe, bro.
Yeah, I got you. That's a very intelligent answer. Okay, let's just say, because I just came with this off the top of my head. Mm-hmm. If you was not singing, you was not songwriting, what would you be doing in music right now?
If I wasn't singing and songwriting, I would probably be somewhere trying to engineer something. Right. I'm not gonna lie, because I've always wanted to do that too. And it's actually getting to the point where I'm like, when and if the music start making me a certain amount of money, I'm getting all the equipment I need, because I'm gonna teach myself everything I need to know. It was never hard for me to teach myself shit in the first place. I taught myself how to play the guitar, the piano, the drums. Don't ask me to play now, because that was years ago, but that's just me saying that when I put my mind in shit, I'm gonna get that shit done. So I definitely want to do something as far as like engineering, possibly like making my own beats and stuff like that. That way I really ain't got to answer to nobody or wait on nobody. I can do everything in the comfort of my own home. Shit like Tim's recording her own album in her room. That's some shit I want to do. Like, I ain't gonna lie, she blew off that shit. People ain't even know she did that for real.
Right.
Like that right there, that's cold to me. I want to be well-rounded around the whole musical board, for real. I want to be able to just say I can do anything.
Right, for sure. My next question is, still ties into a little bit of that. Would you ever ghostwrite for somebody?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a lot of songs. And a lot of people wouldn't know. But like even when I first started writing music, I don't rap, but for whatever reason, I wrote a lot of raps. So I'm sitting on a lot of rap songs that I would never ever go and record because I'm not a rapper. I don't know why, what possessed me to do that. I don't know, but I definitely wouldn't mind if people asked me to or wanted me to or just needed a little bit of input on something. I never mind. People come and ask me for opinions all the time, so I wouldn't mind writing for nobody at all.
All right. Okay. Let's get back to the AfterDawn EP. Love songs. Mm-hmm. That's a favorite for me off that project. Talk about making that.
That was one of the ones that was wrote in like 30 minutes too. I had dropped Rather Be, right? And one of my close friends, Hef Banks, hit me up. He said, hey, somebody came to me and they said, I got this dope ass artist who just came out and they played your song for me. Like, I heard your song, so I want you to come and perform for me. And this was back when we was at Urban Lux Cafe. So this for real, going way back for real. So I'm like, damn. I'm like, all right, bet I'll come perform, you know, like what I gotta do. He like, you know, you get 10 minutes, so that's about 3 songs. I'm like, damn, 10 minutes, bro, I got one song. I'm like, what the fuck I'm gonna do about that? He like, you could do that one song, but you got 10 minutes. So I'm like, I could do one song. I only got one song, but I'm like, that defeats the purpose. This is my first performance. I ain't never got offered nothing to do nothing with singing by myself. So the fact that I just came out and now somebody want me to perform shit that's big, I'm like, I gotta go all out. Right. So I had wrote that. Well, I had found the beat for it at first, and I was like, this was right before I was actually trying to figure out what lane I was going in. And I heard the beat, and I was like, I don't know, G. I'm like, it's just acoustic. Like, that shit cold, but I'm like, am I an acoustic type of person for real? Right. And I played it a couple times, and then I heard it, like, the beat towards the end, and it sounded like, what's her name? Erykah Badu. Because I sampled her in that song, too. And it sounded like that song. So when I was listening to it, I kept saying her part, and I'm like, damn, maybe I can do this shit. Like, it sounded like it could be something, so I took that one part, and I'm like, I don't know what else to write about, G. Like, I already wrote Rather Be, that's a love song, and I'm like, what else do you write about for real? Like, I'm one of them people, you gotta go through shit to write. I can't write no diss track if I ain't dissing nobody for real. I can't write no love song if I'm not in love. I can't write no breakup song if I ain't break up. So I'm like, what the fuck do I write about, bro? I'm like, shit, I guess I just keep going down that love train, so I don't even really know I don't even know. I just wrote that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I just be getting all my inspiration, just like I said. If I could listen to a beat and I could come up with a hook, it's over with. I'm sold. All I need is the hook. The rest could come however it come.
Right. Exactly, yeah. Said and Done. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about that one.
Said and Done. That's one of the ones too, man. I think, if I'm not mistaken, when I performed for him the first time, I did Rather Be, Love Songs, and See You, which is actually my very, very first song. A lot of people don't know. Wrote that and dropped it on SoundCloud in 2023, I want to say. A lot of people just didn't know. I did that, and then he asked me to come back. And I'm like, oh, now you're killing me. First you hit me up talking about a 10-minute set. I got one song, and now you talking about come back. I can't come back and do the same damn set. Like, what the hell? So I'm like, all right, well, now I got to go back to the studio, bro. I listened to the beat, and I'm like, damn, okay, I kind of like that neo soul vibe. Like, I'm feeling that shit. And I listened to that shit, and I'm like, man, again, what else I'm gonna write about? I can't write about nothing else. I'm like, fucking love. Ended up writing that shit, and that was one of the first times I actually pushed my voice further than what I thought I could do. And then I feel like I feel like that's what made people gravitate towards the song more, because they're used to the mellow After Dawn. And then when I take off and do a high note, they be like, who the fuck? Like, when did you learn how to do that? And I'm like, I got your ass. I'm not always mellow. It could be something else. But that wasn't one of my favorites, I'm not gonna lie. Because that was actually very well written to me, in my opinion. Even though it didn't take long to write it. But I feel like it was very well written for me. And I liked how it was one of them times too where I went in the studio and didn't know exactly how I wanted it to sound, just had the idea. And I'm gonna keep giving him props, because that boy be reading my mind, and I don't know how the fuck he be doing it, but if I can't ever tell him what I need, he always knows. So we went up in there, dead ass, he asked me saying shit, what you wanna do? Send him the beat. I said, hey, I got these lyrics, read the lyrics real quick. He read the lyrics, he okay, bet. Run it from the top, I'm doing this shit, he okay, do. Now do this. Let's do a little variation here. I know you don't like singing high, but why don't you try something like this? And I'm like, all right, bet. And mind you, I did write it high, but as soon as I got to the studio, I changed it. I'm like, bro, I can't get that high. Why the fuck would I write that like that? I'm not a fucking soprano. Like, why would I write that shit so high? He's like, nah, you can do it. I'm like, no, I can't. Yeah, you can't do it. And I just doing that shit. We looked at each other. We like, all right, bet. we in motion.
Yeah, for sure. Switching back to I Tried to Tell You.
Type shit.
Aaliyah. I was like, which Aaliyah song is we finna get?
Type shit.
That's the first thing I was thinking. Cause you're not scared of the flips, like you comfortable with the flips.
Yeah.
So what made you decide to do that song in particular?
When I first had started writing it, I had no title for it. I had no real idea for that song. I just heard it and I was kinda heard her song, but Can I Come Over? And I'm like, okay. So I made that the hook, and I'm like, but I can't do too much. I'm like, I gotta stop stealing people's shit. Like, I gotta be myself. And it ain't really stealing. I'm just using it as an idea. But I'm like, okay, how can I make it more me though? Because a lot of people use that sample in itself. A lot of people got a lot of songs with Come Over. So I'm like, how can I make that shit different? And a lot of people still don't even know, which is just crazy as fuck to me. You get about maybe 14, 15 of her songs in that song by itself. You just don't know if you're not listening for real.
Right.
So when I wrote the first verse, I was like, okay, cool. Can I come over? He'll come in. I'm like, I gotta make it different now. I can't just keep going with the Can I Come Over? So I'm like, all right, cool. I know Aaliyah. I know her songs, a handful of her songs. I'm like, how can I incorporate her without incorporating her song, if that makes sense? So instead of me incorporating her lyrics, I just incorporated her titles, and I made it into a verse. So the whole second verse is nothing but Aaliyah song titles. And a lot of people don't know that unless you listen to it for real. And I had sent it in to Sherion, and she was the very first person, I kid you not, she's not the first person to hear that song, but she's the very first person to catch on to what I did in the second verse. And I'm like, bro, nobody is understanding the time I put into putting that shit together. Like, really gotta listen to it, because I didn't did all her songs in just one verse. Like, maybe I want to say like 15, 16 songs. And it's just her song titles. But I composed them in a way to make sense to tell a story. So that's why I just named it Aaliyah, because it didn't have a real song title. I didn't want to name it Come Over because she got a song called Come Over and 1,000,001 people do too. So I'm like, shit, just name it Aaliyah. I basically just like a what you call it?
Paying homage.
Basically, yeah. Like, let me just go ahead and give her flowers for real, because I can, shit.
Yeah. 90s love, Holding On. Is it because you love the 90s so much? It's just like...
It's inevitable. I can't get away from that shit. I'm not gonna lie. I really
90s movies too?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That one, I got a love-hate relationship with that song. Because the way I wrote it, and then the way my voice is supposed to sound, I personally don't think I pushed myself hard enough. But that's everybody's favorite song. like it's most requested to be performed. People tell me all the time that's one of the best songs on the album. And I'd be like, thank you, but to me personally, I'm like, I could have went harder. Y'all don't even know, for real.
Yeah. Heard is still, to me.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, that's one of my favorites too. That's one of my favorites. For sure. But that, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just stuck on the whole 90s thing. I mean, I'm a 90s baby. I've always had an old soul. I'm still gonna forever have an old soul. Like, even when it comes to, like, picking beats and shit, like, I be trying to do different shit, but as soon as that neo soul beat come on out, that's it. That's the one. Like, I don't know. I can't move past it because that's just kind of how I grew up, for real, so.
Okay, I got you. Is any reason why, I'm stepping away from, but this is just off the strength of just getting to know you and getting to know your style. Is there any reason why you ain't put out nothing this Valentine's Day as far as like projects or song?
Because that's what's crazy. I actually was dropping the Valentine's Day project. Life.
Yeah.
That's really all it is. I had it all mapped out and everything, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna drop a project. It's just gonna be 3 little songs. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do it. And I went and I recorded half of one of them. And every other time I went to the studio, I recorded everything besides what was supposed to be on that project. Like, I don't know what the problem was. Like, and then I just stopped going for a while. I had just went to the studio maybe like a week and a half ago, and that was probably the first time I recorded since the beginning of January. So life was hitting.
Right.
And I don't even want to just say it like it was like bad, but it was just I had other things taking my time, and I was like, okay, well, maybe it's not a bad idea to just wait a little while. I'm like, I did just drop a tape in December, and then before December, I had just dropped the AfterDawn EP in February. So I'm like, I'm 2 for 2 in 1 year already.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let me just take a little break. That way I can actually focus on the writing.
Right.
And figuring out what I want to do as far as if I want to drop a next project. I always said on some funny shit, like I want to be like Frank Ocean, where I just drop a song a year. But I love music so much that I couldn't even do that if I wanted to. Like, right. I just be playing my own shit at the crib, like, yeah, I'm gonna drop this, and I go from 1 song a year to 1 song a week. Like, I'm really that type of person. So I don't know. Like, I want it to be perfect. I'm really a perfectionist when it comes to my music, because it means so much to me. It's like if it's not good enough for me, it's not good enough for my supporters or my listeners. Like, it gotta be A1 for me.
For sure.
So I just don't know. Take a little time, get it together. See if I could go down some different lanes, because I'm definitely doing that too, dabbling with different beats and different styles. Like, I know I'm real neo soul, but I've been working on like some other stuff like Afro soul and some pop songs and shit like that. I've been collabing with rappers. Right. So I'm definitely coming hard with some different shit while still trying to stick to my lane. So it just takes a bit of organization.
Right, yeah. You're right.
You gotta come correct.
Yeah. You still got Sweetest Day?
You know, hold on. You might be on to something, because I do.
Yeah. So, you know, you got plenty of time too. The year is not over. We just started a new year, so you got some time.
This is true.
So how do you stay inspired?
Man, honestly, it's hard for me to stay inspired a lot. Like, as bad as I love music, I'm very easily distracted when it comes to it. And I feel like distracted is the wrong word. If my mind is not in the right mind space, I'd rather take a break than to just go like dive head first into making music and it's not what I'm feeling. Right. Like, I really gotta be tapped in for real. So I don't know. I don't want to say I'm distracted for real. It's just life hidden.
Like,
Like that's just really all it is, man. Life be hidden at certain times, and it's like I be trying to look at that shit as God saying, like, take a break.
right.
Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Just sit down, you know, get yourself together, reset, take a break, come back stronger. So right now, I wouldn't say I'm not inspired.
Right.
I'm just not as, like, pumped up to drop shit. Like,
Right, yeah.
I want to drop shit, but I want to do it the right way.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Also, like, some people just need to experience life.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it could be that.
Yeah, because that go back to me saying, like, if I'm not feeling something for real, I can't write about it. Like,
Right.
I feel like I got to real life go through shit and be like, okay, cool. I done been through this. I can write a song about all of that
Right.
and make a whole album. Like, so I just need to sit down,
Yeah.
let life do what life's supposed to do, and then
Exactly.
I'm coming back. Trust me.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, what's one song in your catalog that you feel like people sleep on? It's okay to look at your phone. This is one of them times where
That people sleep. I got two actually.
Okay.
One off each album. Off of the EP, I would say "Watch Me Blow Your Mind," and I'm simply saying that song too because I sleep on that song myself. I played that shit the other day and I was like, damn. I played some shit a motherfucker could play at the rink or something. Like, I'm saying let's go back to them days when we skating and shit and the juke parties and shit and play my song and that motherfucker. I bet y'all get turned up. I ain't gonna lie. So that's number one. And number two, off the new album, I would probably say "Don't Die." I've gotten a lot of mixed reviews about that song. A lot of people don't know that song actually took a lot of time too. That was one of the very first songs I actually started recording for the album back in June last year. And that was the last song to be completed.
Damn, so
Yeah.
well, yeah, like okay.
Yeah.
Now you gotta like describe like how come it took so long?
When I first went to record it, I did like the very beginning, and then it came down to doing the first verse, and I did like a part of it, and I didn't really like my voice for real. Like like I said, I'm real mellow, so a lot of my songs is really low.
Okay.
But then when I went in there under the impression I could do that song that way, it didn't sound good to me. So I'm like, okay, well maybe I'm going a bit ahead of myself with the sampling, because that's also a sample too. That's a Flourish sample.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that unless you really listen. But I'm like, maybe I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Maybe I should change it.
Right.
Because I couldn't figure out the damn key to save my life. Like I could hear it, but vaguely. And then when it came down to recording it, I would do what I thought I would hear, and then I would hear it back like, oh, what the fuck is that? Like, nah, that ain't me, bro. I'm delete that shit. We gonna redo it. So I went in there and did that. I couldn't get it. I almost scratched that shit off the album, I'm not gonna lie to you. And then it came down to me doing the rest of the songs, and then it was like December, I want to say December 8th. The album was supposed to drop December 13th. I wasn't at all changing my release date.
Right.
Like that was what I was set on, and everybody knew that. So I'm like, these my only options. Either I go back in that bitch and I try to do it again, or I'm gonna have to scratch it.
Right.
Everybody like, no, don't scratch it. You should put it on there. It's a nice song. I'm like, yeah, it's a nice song. Like, I wrote it. I know it's nice, but it ain't sounding how it's supposed to. So I went in there. I want to say December 6th the first time. I went in there and recorded it on a completely different key. Horrible. I'm talking, I went home and played it, and I'm like, bro, that's not me. Like, I really felt like that was not, bro, this got to be a joke. Like, nah, that ain't me. So I sat there, and I was like so disappointed in myself, and I was with my homie actually. I had took him with me because, again, I couldn't figure it out, so I'm looking for some other advice now.
Right.
I took him with me, and we riding home, silent as fuck. I'm playing the song, and he like, Hey, bro, it's pretty. Shut the fuck up. Like, this shit bad. Don't even sit here and tell me it's good. You know damn well this song is bad, bro. I'm talking, I'm pissed. I ain't never been that fucking mad in my life about a song, bro. I was so heated. I'm like, nah. I took it to my OG. I'm like, listen to this. She's like, it ain't bad. Why y'all lying to me? Bro, listen to it. It's not me, gang. Like, this sound like a whole different person. Like, no way. Y'all think this is good to go on my album? No way. Well, maybe if you just go out, man. Got a couple more people to listen to it, and then I finally got that one person that agreed with me. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that don't sound like you.
Right.
I'm like, thank you. Went back on the 8th. I walked in. My engineer like, all right, what we doing today, bro? I said, well, we done did everything. But that last one we just did, I said, pull that up. He said, okay, bet, what you want to do with it? I said, everything we recorded, scratch it. He like, what you mean, bro? It sound good. I'm nah, scratch it. Everything. I'm talking every hook, every ad lib, every verse, the intro, the outro, scratch it. I had to go record that bitch from beginning to end. And I'm like, this how I want it to sound. I don't want nobody else to tell me nothing else about it. I want it to sound like this, so what I want you to do is just record it, and if it sounds good or not, just say yes or no. If you want me to redo it, say yes or no. But as far as changing anything, I'm not changing shit. I want to come in here and I want to do it exactly how it sounds in my head because that's the only way I can hear it. I went in that motherfucker, recorded that bitch from beginning to end. He was like, I ain't gonna lie. You was on to something. I said, I know. I know, bro. All it took was 6 months, but yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Took too damn long, but that shit was almost not on the album, I'm telling you. I damn near wanted to cry about that song because that was one of my favorite songs I have ever written. So I'm like, bro, I got to.
Yeah.
I got to get it right.
What's your favorite song right now that's out that's not your song?
That's not my song. Sasha Keeble, Heal Something. That's on her new album. Well, she had already dropped the album, but she dropped the second half to it. So it's on the second half. But right now, I'm not gonna lie, that song got me in the chokehold for real. I already love her as an artist, but that song in itself, like the way it's written, and then her voice, and then the message behind everything she's saying, yeah, I'm in the chokehold with that one. I ain't gonna lie.
What do you feel like your biggest accomplishment in music is so far?
Something that happened last year. I was all in 1 year. And mind you, this was only a couple months after I had debuted in the first place. I was nominated for like 5 music awards last year. Granted, I didn't win any. But being nominated and just have debuted only a couple of months before then, that's was and still is huge for me. Cause if I'm doing shit like that and people actually hearing me for real like that, like that's big. Like it's even to the point where I done been in places and people be like, I know you. And I be like, you don't know me, bro. They like, yeah, I know you. You sing, I know you. They'll pull up my Instagram like, see, I follow you. I be like, damn. People know me for real. Like that shit weird. Like it make you like happy, but then it be weird at the same time. Like damn, people really listening for real. So probably that would still be my biggest accomplishment. Them being nominated for them awards, because that means I'm touching people, and that's all I really want to do with my music.
For sure. Producers you want to work with?
Hitmaker. London. I ain't gonna lie, really just them right there. I wouldn't even mind Timbaland. He been killing it on the R&B aspect with some of the people that he be working with. For real. Matter of fact, that's the one. That's the one. For real. If I can get a Pharrell song, I made it. I ain't even gotta do shit else. I made it. So if you watching this or if you see this at one point, bro, give me a song, bro. That's all I'm saying. I kill it. But definitely for real. Matter of fact.
Yeah. I got more questions for you. If you want to do shout outs, you can Shout outs.
Man, shout out to everybody. My whole team. Man, my manager, Process, she a singer too. Y'all check her out. She on Instagram, Process287. My big brother, CGMA's Young. That boy is talented. He singing, he rap too. My girl, Timber, she a singer too. There's a lot of people. Hev Banks, if y'all interested in doing anything underground music-wise when it comes to that kind of shit, hit up Hev. He gonna have your back from beginning to end. I'm telling you. He don't let me tell y'all, and he don't let me say it enough. But I really give that man credit from the start of AfterDawn for real. Because if it wasn't never for him hitting me up to perform, G, probably would have never did it. I'm telling you. I probably would have never did it because stage fright out the ass. Not gonna lie to you. So I definitely give him props for that. And he gonna see this and he probably gonna call me and be like, why you do that, bro? But I don't care, bro, because that man, he's something special to me for real. That's my big brother for real when it comes to all this music shit. Like, if I ever need any advice or anything, he already know I'm going straight to him. So big shout out to Hev. He know that. Everybody on the swim team, all my boys and my sister. Can't forget her, man. And shit, No Insurance Podcast just did an interview with them. Appreciate you for sure, because we supposed to been got together, bro. I know, life been life.
Life been definitely life.
Yeah, but yeah, shout out to everybody that fuck with me for real, because I ain't gonna say my music is like the best, but it's the best, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody that support me and everybody that really love me and tap into what I got going on with everything. And Don't Close Your Eyes music video. It's coming soon, so
okay.
Be on the lookout for that.
For sure. And like I always do, I end the podcast with a quote, my quote, and it's always gonna be, appreciate your haters. Yeah. Because they love you just as much as the people that love you do. We are out.
Type shit.